Welcome to a new Newsflash from the 23rd of October 2022. Today we want to talk a little bit about the new iPads and what is wrong with them, what makes them so special in a way, but why you shouldn't buy them. And then we have a small talk about the new Ubuntu version that came out, and then I want to talk a little bit about some smartphones and tests and so on. So let's get started with the first topic. The new iPad has been released. The new entry-level iPad and a new Pro model. What we want to focus on is the entry-level iPad because Apple did, I think, something very drastically wrong with it. It's not that they made the borders a bit thinner, just like on the MatePad. So we have nice thin borders here around the MatePad. We don't have a fingerprint reader or something like this anymore. They introduced this with the design, I think with the old iPhone design, where you have like a fingerprint reader and a home button on the bottom that you have to press. This is gone now. They put, however, a fingerprint reader in the power button, made the bezels a bit less. And one very, very, very important thing, just like here we have the camera on the top, Apple also decided to put the camera on the same position instead here on the side, especially useful for video calls. But what they did not manage are two things. First of all, keep the price the same level. In the United States, granted, they managed to do it. All around the globe, however, the prices went pew, so really, really high, especially in Europe, where we have to pay 580 euros for the brand new iPad. And this is super, super expensive for the entry-level iPad if you compare it even to the predecessor, which was already very expensive at, I think, 500 euros. So we have like a big problem here, and that's not all. Granted, they put, just like on the MatePad, a new nice cover with a keyboard, even a touchpad that the MatePad is missing, for example. But the big, big but is the pen. You can see the pencil here, the Huawei M pencil that I have here, is sticking magnetically, and I can connect it and charge it magnetically. This works here. Apple, for some reason, decided not to do this. They're not supporting their current Pencil 2, they're only supporting the Pencil 1, and this Pencil 1 had at the end of the pen a flap to open with a lightning port for charging. So in theory, you can just plug it into your iPad. Not really, because the iPad doesn't have a lightning port anymore. The new iPad has USB Type-C. So how do you charge the pen? Yeah, you have to buy either a separate charger or an adapter. And of course, wouldn't be Apple if it would be Apple. It's a female-to-female adapter. So you have to buy another USB-C to C cable to charge it. This is just, I don't know if it's greed or stupidity, but either one of them, both are bad. So yeah, this is what Apple did. And this is a big, big problem, I would say, because some people say it is impossible to have the camera at the same position and then the pen on top of it. Just look at Huawei here from a couple of years ago. Even the first MatePad Pro that I still have somewhere there in the back had the same kind of technology. It is not impossible to put a camera into the bezel and have it charging a pen there, connecting a pen. It is not impossible. Don't tell me it is impossible. No. It's just that Apple decided not to do this. Instead, they jumped on the bandwagon of stupidity or greed to say, we sell you only the Pencil 1 and you have to buy some adapters and extra cables to charge it. And yeah, it will work fine. Yeah, that's the new iPad, the entry-level iPad. And if you buy it with the keyboard case, the pen, the adapter, and so on, you can expect it to be here around 600, 700 to 800 euros for an entry iPad, entry tablet, entry level. No. The next problem, the next issue, not so much. The new iPad Pro looks basically the same as the old one, just has a new M2 processor inside. The price is roughly the same, too expensive for sure, for what it is, because what can you do with it? We had already the issue with the M1 iPad Pro so much power but so limited software. And Apple did not really work on it. Yeah, there's granted Stage Manager now, which is like still looking very bad, and I wouldn't really want to use it because it's not really user friendly. And everyone is crying out, why you don't allow to run full Mac OS? Because you are claiming iPad OS is nothing else as the UI on top of Mac OS for iPads. Why is it not possible if you have like the keyboard cover with a touchpad, which is basically like a MacBook, to not allow people to get the full Mac OS? So you're paying more for the new iPad Pro than the entry-level MacBook Pro, I think it is. Why? Why do you want to limit yourself within this iPad OS ecosystem where you have a whole ecosystem based on Mac OS? So it doesn't make any sense to me at all. So that's the new iPad Pro. Let's talk a bit about more fantastic good news about technology. For example, the new Ubuntu 22.10 version. Kinetic, Kinetic something. The new Ubuntu version upgrades, of course, the kernel for better hardware support. You get the newest GNOME 43. The Ubuntu-like version, which is like a little bit older here and there, but still running fine. You get like all the other variants. Kubuntu, for example, I have it personally running on my work laptop, Kubuntu 22.04 with the LTS version, but you can get the latest and greatest with 22.10. And it has the better hardware support, better hardware acceleration support for video decoding, for example, by default, and the newer kernel. That's definitely something worth trying out, especially if you have a laptop which is more and more optimized for where other Linux distributions are not optimizing so much for laptops. Ubuntu, OpenSUSE, and so on. They are definitely optimizing for laptop usage, and this is one to look out for. So very, very interesting. Otherwise, what do we have else in news? Nothing much in terms of smartphones. I think smartphones next month will be very interesting for the Chinese market, eventually also for the global market. We have to see, but usually it's like there will be big releases for the Chinese market, and then later, maybe in December, or then next year we will see those also coming to the European market. I'm talking about IMX 989 equipped smartphones, just like the Xiaomi 12S Ultra that we have here. The Oppo Find X6 Pro is rumored to come out with this same processor and have larger sensors as well for zoom and for ultra wide angle, which is pretty cool as well. A new Xperia 1 Mark V eventually will come out, also with a whole array of new camera sensors. There are rumors going on that they have now 2 sensors on the front, which is a bit weird, but yeah, that's the way it is. So a lot of interesting things that will come out for sure, and I will also talk about it here on this channel. Let's talk about some videos that I brought out already. Mate 50 Pro video against Mate 40 Pro is coming. Otherwise, I have the P50 Pro against the Mate 50 Pro and the Xiaomi 12S Ultra against the Mate 50 Pro as well. Very interesting results, as I think that this camera setup has a lot of potential, but Huawei still has to do a little bit in terms of tweaking the software, but it can still compete with even those not very current sensors inside here, with even flagship devices like the Xiaomi 12S Ultra, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. And what else do we have? There's a video coming out about WeLock, which is a new lock mechanism, electronic lock for your door. Pretty interesting. So if you're interested in this one, I tested it out and it's working pretty fine. So there will be this video coming out, and some other videos will be coming out regarding the Mate 50 Pro. Especially I will do some shorts. There are some nice features on Harmony OS 3 that I want to show you, as well as some good other features. I'm still planning to do a summary of my vacation that I did, where I used the Sony Xperia, not this Xperia 5 Mark IV, but the Xperia Pro I that's charging right now here, where I used this one mainly for taking photos. And I want to tell you about my experience that I had and why I like going out on a vacation with taking an Xperia as my main camera for taking photos and also sometimes videos. And yeah, this experience talk will be coming out as well, either this week or the next weeks then, when I find my time to do this video. That's basically everything for this short little video. You can see I compressed this Newsflash a little bit down, mainly because I had to re-record it a few times because this camera fell down on its nose, and I see the overheating sign already. That's basically everything for this short little video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye.